Hey man, what's going on, man? It's your boy, man. Listen, for another academy of the Umpire Safety Academy of Safe Work Execution, right? Upholding the integrity and safety in the workplace, upholding the integrity in life. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Listen. It's getting late, right? You can see the light is getting dim, right? I'm gonna try to move around a little bit here just so we can make sure we get everything we need to get, man. But listen, man. I got something I want to share with you today because it's very important, right? Very important principle I want you to understand as it relates to safe work, as it relates to safety, right? You got to use everything, every circumstance, every situation for your advancement. Let me tell you something, man. Like you got to use every situation, every circumstance for your advancement. And listen, man, let me break this down to you. Right? I remember being in high school and when we were lifting weights, right? And we got to a certain weight where we were trying to advance ourselves forward, right? We tried to put a little bit more on there than we did the last time. And because the weight was a little heavier, right, we reached a certain level where we couldn't push the weight or squat the weight past a point, right? Like it was like we couldn't get it all the way up. Once we took it down, we went to push it back up. We couldn't get the weight all the way up. And my coach at that time was very strategic. He called that a stick point. And at that time, you know, we identified the stick point. We knew what the weight was that we wanted to work on. And what we did was we did specific exercises within that stick point, right? With the weight that was a little less than what we were pushing. And then we'd eventually work ourselves up, you know, just from the stick point up, right? Not the whole entire rep, but just from the stick point up. Because we understood, coach understood at that time that if we worked that area where that stick point was, right, we'd be able to advance ourselves or push or finally push the weight, if not more, right, than we were trying to push to begin with, man. So strategic. And so I look at safety as like a stick point, right? Every single day, every single time we're faced with challenges in the workplace, specifically with hazards, specifically with risks, things that can take your life, things that can alter your body, your existence, things that can damage the environment or property around you, right? We are faced with systems. As a human, we have to perform within the confines of these systems that's put in place to keep the human safe. And a lot of times, like, we don't understand, like, within that system, like, we have to perform at a certain level, right? Or that system is not going to do exactly what that system was designed to do. And just like we were trying to push that weight in that stick point, like we had to have a certain level of performance at that spot, or we weren't able to push that weight up right past that stick point. And so when I say use everything for your advancement, like there's things that you're looking to do, right? As an employee, as somebody that's showing up every single day with the grit, with the tenacity, with the sense of urgency, showing up early and on time for a specific job, right? You still have goals, you still have a dream, you still have a purpose that you need to fulfill. There's still a part of your creation that must be released into the world, right? And that you should not deny. You should not deny it. And it's this stick point every single day that you're faced with, day in and day out, that you must perform at a high level. And so what my coach did, like I said, was we worked on that stick point day in and day out. Every time we were in the weight room, we did our normal workouts, and then we would work on that stick point so that when we got to the time, it was time for us to test for our maximum. A lot of times, a lot of us could push more weight than we were originally going to push to begin with. And so we approach the work task, we approach our day every day, right, having to perform within these systems, these stick points, right? And some of us are half-stepping on how we perform in those stick points. Like, we're not willing to challenge the safety system. We're not willing to ask questions. We're not willing to help the system adapt, because there might be another challenge that came out of it, right? Because there's something that's new introduced, because we're not willing to do that, right? When it comes time for you to open up the door for your dream, when it comes time for you to step into your purpose, when it comes time for you to be and release what it is that you were created to be in the earth, you aren't ready. You cannot get past that stick point. You can still not push the weight that you're intended to push. You see, listen, man, listen. This is very critical. This is very critical. Use everything for your advancement. Every circumstance and situation for your advancement. The safety measures that you are complaining about having to do every single day is for your advancement. It is the stick point. It's the place where you must day in and day out do it at the highest level of performance that you can do as a human at that spot. Because within that system or that performance that you have, you are being prepared and shaped and molded, because just like my coach said, hey, there's a certain level of weight that I see as a coach that you can push. Now, in the coach's mind and the player's mind, the player is thinking that's just that weight, right? But in the coach's mind, the coach is trying to get the player to perform at a much higher level than even yet what the coach is expecting. And so at this stick point, right, as a human having to perform within the safety system, right, the organization wants you to perform at a much higher level than what they expect. What comes out of that, what you can get from that particular situation to advance yourself is that yes, they want to see you perform at a certain level, but there's a higher level that you can perform in your own life that can carry over into your relationship with your spouse, into your relationship with your children, into your business endeavors, right? Into your rental property endeavors that you have, right? Can carry over into maybe something that you're trying to accomplish in your life that is outside of the confines. Like maybe you're trying to revamp the way things are done at your job, create a new position at your job, that at the place of employment that you've chosen, you see a gap and you want to fill that gap, right? There's a certain level of performance that you must have within that stick point, so that when it comes time for the door of opportunity to open, right, you can walk through that door and actually push more and do more than you were expected to do by your employer. And man, listen, what happens when you do more than what you're expected to do, right? You are absolutely shifting the way that your life is being, like you're shifting the way that your life is going to turn out. The way in which that you are going about doing things in life, you are shifting it at the highest level. You're doing things differently. You're thinking differently. Like you're waking up every day thinking in your mind and believing in your heart that I love what it is that I'm doing. Like there's nothing that can change the way I feel about myself and the way I'm approaching and how how meaningful the work is that I'm doing and putting out in the earth. And you got to ask yourself when you get to this stick point, who are you? Who are you to deny the dream that you have? Who are you to deny the vision? Who are you to deny the purpose that you have for this life? Who are you to deny releasing the creative gift and the ability that you have to give to this earth? Who are you to deny that? And shame on you for believing that you have to deny that because you want to be complacent. You want to look at things as being monotonous, and you don't want to give it your full effort in your performance in that stick point. You got to use everything for your advancement. That is the principle for today. Use everything for your advancement. Every piece, every time you're challenged with something, it is reshaping and renewing and revamping something about you. I had a conversation with another human today asking about a piece of equipment that had been revamped, rebuilt, and renewed, and the person told me that the purpose for renewing and revamping this piece of equipment was priority for structural integrity, but out of that structural integrity, they got more efficiency out that piece of equipment that was not a part of the plan. And so when you do take the time to renew yourself and revamp yourself and rebuild yourself within that stick point, right? Within that safety system that you have to perform as a human, right? You allow yourself, right, not only to get the structural integrity that you need to go to the next level, but you also gain efficiency on how it is that you're doing what you're doing. Like you won't accept a situation that is not of value, that is not of benefit to you any longer because you understand that the work that you've put in, the time that you've sacrificed, the amount of effort that you've put into the performance and the consistency that you put into the performance is going to allow you to reach a higher level than what you were planned to reach, than what you were expected to reach. Today is the day we have to understand. We can as humans, working within these safety systems, we cannot afford to not be able to see how this is benefiting us in a strategic way as a human performing. Like if we don't take the time to perform at the highest level that we can perform, right? Like pay attention to the detail. If there's something that might cause you to make a mistake, stop. Do something to adapt, right? Understand your error is sometimes inevitable. See the big picture. See if there's something that might cause you to have error in the course of the workday. Stop and adapt. Don't start work until you have everything that you possibly need to do the work and the task that you're supposed to do. And you'll see within that stick point, as you continue to work that stick point and work that stick point, when you have an open door, when you have the opportunity to advance in the company, when you have the ability to go to the bank and get a loan for your second property or for your business that you're trying to do, right? When you're able to take that family vacation, when you're able to take time off work to spend time with a loved one that may be ill and they need you at that time, when you have to take off so you can take your child on college visits, right? And you want to have time to spend with your spouse, right? And you're not working all the time and just go. Understand you'll be prepared not only to push to that level, but to push to a higher level than that. Today is the day. We gotta understand. The stick point is there for your advancement. Use it. Use it. Use it. Use it for your advancement. And I guarantee, as the umpire of safe work execution, upholding the integrity of safe work in the workplace and in life, you will be able to walk through the door and create and release and do the things that you need to do in the earth while you're still here and beyond. It is critical right now And I guarantee everything that you do is for your advancement. Use it. And have a great and productive day. It's your boy, Aaron Mars, Senior Consultant / Advisor, Legacy Economics Group. Over and out. Have a great day. Let's go.